Imagine trusting your life to someone who secretly decides when it should end. He was respected, a pillar of the community, a man who held your pulse in his hands. But behind closed doors, Dr. Harold Shipman wasn't healing. He was killing. This is the real-life horror story of Britain's most prolific serial killer, the man known as Dr. Death. And the final truth, it might just be worse than you imagined. So stay until the end to find out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to show some support and help us provide you with more quality content. In the quiet town of Hyde, Greater Manchester, Harold Shipman was a name that brought comfort. Born in 1946, he grew into a bright student, a devoted son, and eventually a doctor admired by many. Patients trusted him, families loved him. He made house calls, offered kind words, and stayed late at the office. He seemed like the perfect doctor. But beneath the pleasant smile, a far darker story was waiting to surface. His patients were mostly elderly, women often living alone. One by one, they died quietly, sitting in chairs, lying in bed, found with peaceful expressions. The cause of death? Natural causes, old age, stroke, heart failure. And yet, no one questioned why they all died right after a visit from Dr. Shipman. No pain, no struggle, just death. Fast and silent. It wasn't medicine. It was murder, wrapped in routine. It might have continued forever, if not for one woman. Deborah Massey, a local funeral director, noticed the pattern. Too many deaths, too fast, and all tied to one name, Harold Shipman. She voiced her concerns to the coroner, who contacted police. An investigation followed, but with no autopsies, no witnesses, and no evidence, it quietly closed. Dr. Shipman went back to work, but someone else had started to dig. Kathleen Grundy was no ordinary patient. A former mayor, active and healthy, she died suddenly in June 1998. Shipman was the last to see her alive. He signed the death certificate, said it was natural. But her daughter, a lawyer, was stunned. There was a new will, leaving everything to Shipman. Kathleen's body was exhumed, and inside, a fatal dose of morphine. Forgery, lies, murder. The real Shipman was finally being revealed. Once the door cracked open, the flood came rushing in. Records, dates, patient files. A horrifying pattern of silent killings. House visits followed by immediate death. Death certificates rushed. Cremations pushed. Police traced over 200 suspicious deaths. Some say it could be over 250. And the victims? Grandmothers, fathers, kind souls who never saw it coming. He was no healer. He was a predator, using a syringe instead of a knife. Shipman was arrested, tried, convicted of 15 murders, but he never confessed, never showed remorse, no motive, no justification. He refused to speak, even when families begged for answers. In 2004, he was found dead in his prison cell, hanging by a bedsheet one day before his 58th birthday. Even in death, he stayed in control, taking the final truth with him. The case of Harold Shipman changed everything. Patient monitoring systems, prescription logs, death certification protocols. But it couldn't undo the pain. How could someone so trusted kill so many? And how long would it have gone on if no one had spoken up? Behind every plaque, every gravestone, lies a story that ended too soon. Doctor, killer, monster. Harold Shipman will be remembered, not for the lives he saved, but for the lives he stole. If this story unsettled you like it should, click subscribe to uncover more real-life horror, and ask yourself, can you ever truly trust someone in a white coat again?